Hello everyone, it's Pluto here. Welcome back to another video. In this video, I wanted to talk about some new teasers from a KI Live. I believe it was a KI Live, I'm not sure. Whatever. There's a bunch of new teasers for the spring update that we had to unpack here, so we're just going to jump right into it. The first teaser I want to talk about is Spell Inspect. Now this is a much requested feature. Honestly, reading the text on Wizard101 spells, it's gibberish. I don't know what the hell Scales of Destiny does or whatever. I don't know what they do. I don't know what these spells do anymore. It's like reading, I don't know. It's like reading hieroglyphics, kinda, trying to figure it out. Basically, they're adding a new Spell Inspect feature, which from what I'm looking at Amoplex's tweet on it. It looks like it just gives you a big text on what the spell does. Remove hanging effects that benefit target, blah, 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 blah. It basically just tells you everything. You can define words. It seems pretty cool. This feature seems to just tell you what the cards does in a very concise and cohesive manner, unlike the actual card art has. It's like completely confusing on the card art. This seems to be a very cool feature that just lets you basically know what they do and tells you it and explains it to you. So I like the Spell Inspect feature. Amapledge said you can right click on a spell in most menus to get the advanced description. Note that they have to handwrite these descriptions. Okay. You can hover over colored text like Echo to get an explanation of the mechanic. That's pretty cool. And Spell Inspect is not available in combat. That is one thing where I'm a little bit iffy on. I kind of wish it was. I think it'd be helpful for a lot of PvPers, for a lot of people trying to get into PvP, but it's okay as long as that's just a feature. I'm okay with that. I think it'll help players learn what the spells actually do faster. The next thing we got is we're getting Arc 2 Spellement paths for a bunch of spells. I'm assuming we're getting them for all of them. They showed a lot of spells here. One thing I want to say is I want to talk about Frost Giant real quick. Frost Giant is absolutely garbage. It is a garbage spell for PvE. 470 damage, hit all and a stun, not good. They need to buff that spell, and I'm disappointed to say that they are not buffing the spell. The spell, you can spellament it, and it gets up to 505, which is still abysmally low. That is still way too low for damage. I originally saw the bottom path of this spell that they teased, and I was like, oh, 550 is an AoE. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. I think it can be a little bit higher. That's pretty good as an AoE. No, that's not an AoE. That's the PvP version, and it's a single hit. And I'm just sitting here like, huh? They're turning Frost Giant into a single hit? And I'm just like what are they doing? And if you don't know, developer Cam or Hephaestus went on stream and basically said that they're not going to make Frost Giant, they're not going to buff Frost Giant's damage or remove the stun.
Will Ice Wizards finally be happy? Please say no. If you're asking if we're taking stun off, no. Not planning on it.
Not even on Path A?
Nope. That's a change. That's a change. Why would we want to change something? You know how people would react? They'll be like, I wanted this stun.
Add Path C. Just make Path C.
Yeah, not...
You got room?
Yeah, well, we're saving Path Seeds for other things. But.
And I'm just like, why? This spell is absolutely garbage. You guys gutted this spell so badly. First of all, when it was released, it was garbage, and then you guys decided to nerf it into the ground. And Ice Wizards have suffered ever since. Ice Wizards are in the situation where they have to use this spell because they have no other spell, basically, for most of the game until level 170. They're in a situation where Frost Giant is their best spell, and it's honestly kind of disappointing for them. I feel bad. Sorry, Ice Wizards. I'm an Ice Wizard too, so I know how it feels. I have an Ice. But yeah, they need to buff this spell. There are a bunch of other spells. I saw Avenging Fossil, All Out Spellment Paths. Honestly, these are mostly for PvP, so it doesn't really affect me much at all. I don't really care that much for them. I'm sure the PvP community cares. I just want to see how they buff, I guess, Stormlord. I might try and go for some Stormlord Spellements. Editing Pluto here. I actually missed something. Basically, you can now train Arc 2 spells from the trainers if you're like a different school. If let's say you're fire, you want to train like the myth spells, well, you can now train like Medusa, Basilisk, Celestial Calendar from the Ravenwood professors, which is very, very cool. This wasn't a feature before, and that's a very amazing feature. But yeah, that's what I wanted to include. Goodbye. And on the topic of spell elements, we also got a massive new feature, level scaling. If you don't know, you can basically scale your level in PvP to play against lower levels, but level scaling was not really a thing for PvE, but in this update, it seems that they're adding this to PvE.
There's an elixir, but you can't see it right now. Let me hide them for a second. Right here you have an elixir where while you have this on, you are able to get any drops that any lower level would have gotten. So that includes spellments, you know, gear for 50 and 100 and that kind of stuff. So hover over it again. It just says, yeah, here it is. Level scaling elixir 70.
Right, so just to kind of restate it for those in the back.
For those in the back, max levels can farm the lower worlds now.
Max levels can farm low level bosses.
Basically what you'll do is there'll be a thing called a Scales of Knowledge, apparently an interactable item, and you can essentially scale your stats down so that way you can get drops from spell elements. And I'm assuming this would work the same with gold keys, with key bosses. I'm assuming it would work the same, which that's very interesting. It says in Crocotopia, it says Crocotopia Plus, you can scale your stats down. I actually really like this, not just for spell element farming, also just questing. If I have like a friend online and I want to quest with them, I basically carry them because I'm a match storm and they don't really get an experience of the game. They don't really get that experience. So I think that this would be kind of a cool feature just to use when I'm questing with like lower levels, like to quest with them, and also just be able to relive dungeons, be able to relive Darkmoor at level 100, and be able to relive certain dungeons like maybe like Mount Olympus at level 30, Tartarus, whatever. I can relive them as the lower level. I like that a lot. I think level scaling, this is the best feature in this update. Amazing. I really like it. I really like that you're able to get drops now with it. I think it makes sense. It's just perfect. I love this feature. Good on you, KI. And other than that, there hasn't really been much else teased for this update, at least as far as I'm aware. There was a lot of the stuff that we already know. We already know about the Pixie Post mail system. We already know about the whole Fairgrounds kind of revamp, I guess. Obviously, we're probably going to get a new gauntlet in this update as well. There's going to be a new housing gauntlet, and I'm sure there's going to be a lot more. Obviously, all the R2 spells are coming for spell elements, so it's going to be a big update. It's not going to be like last year's spring update, which was kind of a joke. This is actually going to be a very big update, and I'm excited to see what else it has, if it has anything more. Maybe this is it. Who knows? It looks like it's coming very soon, guys. Thank you all for watching. If you can please like and subscribe, it helps me out a ton. This person is literally getting in my way right now. What are you doing? Hey, Luke, you're getting in my way, dude. Yeah, go away. Anyways, I'm just kidding, y'all. But that's going to end today's video. We basically covered everything. If you could please like and subscribe, it helps me out a ton. We're trying to get to 1,000 subscribers before the summer. I gotta get that monetization, you know what I mean? Gotta get monetized. But yeah, thank you for watching. I'll see you all in the next video. Have a good day, everyone. And goodbye.